Greetings today, this October 21st. It's a very special day because when I pulled my oracle cards earlier this morning, I received the moon's phases align with your desires. Make a wish, and a powerful ally will appear in your life. Welcome them. So, what I find odd is that when I figured out what phase the moon is in today, it is in a new moon phase. And before even looking into it, I picked the Invisibility Oracle card and I picked the Black Cat Fortune Meets Opportunity. And oddly enough, the moon will appear to be black today. You will not be able to see it because this dark side of the moon will be facing the earth today. And what's really special about the moon is that because it is dark today, we have two other significant events, not just the new moon. The new moon in its darkness will reveal Orion's meteor showers, which means that the constellation of Orion also has great significance for your lives today. On top of that, there is what we refer to, or not what we, but what, astronomers refer to as a lunar occultation today, meaning one celestial body, the moon, will be blocking another celestial body, in this case, the giant red star, Antares or Antares, associated with the Egyptian scorpion goddess Serket. And what is pretty interesting about this is that the constellation system in which the Orionids, the Orion meteor shower that we will be able to see this evening at its peak, October 21st and 22nd, is coming out of the Orion constellation system. And there is this Greek myth that Orion was this great hunter with two dogs, and he had been bitten by a scorpion and he died. And Artemis cast his image into the constellations to teach the other constellation and viewers a lesson. And oddly enough, when we are now being presented and reminded of Orion, who had been bitten by a scorpion, the moon is also blocking the scorpion Egyptian goddess who is supposed to protect against scorpions and venomous creatures and bring healing. So, what this tells me when considering the constellation system Orion, I had to look into all the many cultures across the globe that witness Orion. They see Orion, from the Chinese to the Hawaiians to the Native Americans to the Hungarians to the Babylonians, the ancient Babylonians and the ancient Sumerians and the ancient Egyptians. Everybody had seen, specific, especially the Greeks, who I'm assuming named the constellation system. They all had a different interpretation of this constellation system, but what they shared in common is that they saw this constellation system as being either a shepherd, a hunter, or a hero, or a warrior. The Hopi, I think it is, natives in Arizona literally mirrored the constellation system on sacred land. There's a lot of special attributes to this system. So if the moon in its new moon phase is covering the giant red star associated with the Egyptian scorpion goddess who protects against venomous bites, and Orion was placed in the constellation system to teach us a lesson. This tells me that with this new moon, we are embracing new lessons. Okay, with this oracle card, invisibility, the dark moon being invisible, bringing good fortune. We also see this constellation of Orion bringing lessons. This could be a divine male coming into your life, bringing lessons, ideas, and protection and wisdom and help. Because there were Native Americans that viewed um, Orion as exemplifying canoes chasing a salmon through the Milky Way, or it could have been Orion's belt. Either way, salmons are representative of abundance, wealth, and luck. So, this message and presentation of Orion could be a divine male coming in to bring you a lot of gifts. And then you see, because we will be able to see in certain parts of the globe, the Orionid meteor shower. These are shooting stars out of the Orion constellation, or they are remnants of Halley's Comet. These are celestial bodies bringing gifts, bringing ideas, bringing enlightenment. And if you've ever heard the term you're a shooting star, this could also suggest that many of you in the collective are coming out of a period of invisibility where you're now exhibiting your talents and your gifts and your fortunate skills to enlighten your life and that of others. So there's a lot of greatness happening here. And with the new moon in Libra, it heightens the the aspects of Libra that we should be embracing in the last moments of Libra right now. So, trying to achieve balance and harmony and equilibrium in your life, in your health, and in your relationships. This new moon is also about new relationships, building new friendships, uh, dealing with old wounds, casting them aside. In addition to that, the Hungarians not only saw the the Orion constellation system as being an ancient heroic ancestor of theirs, but the Hungarians also associated the Orion constellation system with three reapers in a big farm field. And this could also have to do with you being in a period right now where you've just got to cut out the garbage, cut out that which does not serve you, and reap a harvest for yourself in your life. And that's coming in. So don't forget that when we have the new moon in Libra, a lot of the cardinal signs are going to be affected more greater than the rest of the astrological zodiac signs. And those cardinal signs being Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and I believe Cancer, they're going to be seriously affected by this shift that we're experiencing right now. But all in all, when we get the new moon phase and its invisibility, we're taught to reflect, step back, and kind of internalize what's been happening in our lives and come up with new approaches, new plans, new ideas, and new projects, and be ready for new relationships. And then we get this other card here: a powerful ally will appear in your life. Welcome them. So this coincides with this new moon phase, this this presentation of Orion coming into our lives, this invisible moon, somebody appearing out of the darkness that we hadn't considered before. So maybe you have a secret admirer. Maybe you have someone who's been watching you for a while and they want to assist you with something. They've been analyzing things. They've been kind of lingering in the darkness, and they want to bring fortune into your life. With them, they're bringing opportunities. So I asked the cards, who are these people? Like, who could this be in this person's life? And then I heard this very weird term, and anyone who's been following me for a while, they know that I get messages from spirit, and I heard a strange word called labula, labella, labula, not nebula, but labula, labular, labula. And I had to look this up, and this word may emanate from somewhere in Africa or South Africa, maybe Tswana or Botswana. It could be a Tswana language. I'm not sure, because I researched a variety of different ideas about this word, and there's a lot of conflicting interpretations about whether it exists or where it comes from. But a consistent theme I got was somebody to watch, guard, protect, and the desire for freedom. And this might mean that in this new moon phase of your life, you're going to obtain freedom. Someone's going to help protect you while giving you the opportunity to obtain the freedom that you so desire in your life. So we get this King of Cups, and King of Cups can be very emotional. He can be compassionate. He can be loving. He can be disciplined. He can be a guide. He can be supportive. He can be a counselor. He can listen. And he's also a king. So with him, he brings guidance, he brings strength, and he brings direction, and he brings authority. He could be a counselor, he could be an advisor, he could be a secret admirer. But do not mistake this king's kindness for weakness. He can be very intuitive, and he can be a gentle guide, and he's here to help you. A little bit old fashioned, but he's very spiritual, could be religious. And then we get the Queen of Wands, and she's a very powerful public leader. She's passionate. Both of these characters are bringing enlightenment to your life. You could meet them at a celebration. They're bringing love and healing. They're bringing messages through conversations online or the phone, and they're going to help you manifest new things.